to Canada. It's a beautiful evening, isn't it? It's good to see you all. Good to see there's no snow, eh? That would be cool. Well, gather round, gather round. Listen as I tell my tales of Christmases in Canada, one of the largest countries in the world. Now, who am I? Let's just say that I'm no stranger to the Canadian wilderness, eh? In my travels, I have seen Christmas customs both wondrous and fascinating. I've seen it all. I've seen a chair. Do you mind if I sit? No, good. I've been out looking for the perfect Christmas tree. You do know that Canada supplies most of the world's Christmas trees, don't you? Yes, over 1 million trees on over 100,000 acres every year. And that, my friends, is a lot of looking. Oh, my. Now, not only is Canada very large, she's made up of people from many, many different backgrounds. Yes, there's the First Nations people, the French, the English, the Germans, the Irish, and Scots, and Ukrainians. So it should come as no surprise that Christmas in Canada can be quite different and quite wonderful. It all depends on what part of the country you visit and whose home you're in, eh? Take, for example, in some parts of Canada, on Christmas Eve, they await the arrival of Santa Claus, while in other places, they wait for Le Père Noël, while in still other places, they know nothing of either of these two. Can you imagine that? By the way, you do believe in Santa Claus? Ah, good. Me too. Make no mistake, Canada is very special to Santa, or as others call him, Le Père Noël. After all, what country do you think he visits first on Christmas Eve? Canada! And where does he find the fastest reindeer? Canada! And where do Santa and Mrs. Claus have their lovely summer home? Miami Beach. Even Santa can only shovel so much snow. Now, you might still wonder, what could be so different about the holidays in the Great White North, eh? Well, plenty. One year, in my travels through the Canadian provinces, from the snow-capped mountains of British Columbia in the west to the rugged coastlines of Newfoundland in the east, I decided to check out these holiday traditions on my own. You know, he's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's going to find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming. This group could use some rehearsal. Glad to see you remember that song, though. It scared the pants off him when he was little. Now, how does Santa know who has been naughty and who has been nice? Well, he has his ways, yes. In some traditional Canadian homes, he has special helpers to help him determine who's been on their very best behavior. Strangers in unusual costumes who come to stay for the holidays, demanding treats and making noise. They are called relatives. No, I'm kidding. They're called belsnickels. You see, the story goes that if a child has not been on his very best behavior, not only might he find coal in his stockings, but the belsnicklers might creep in and steal that child away. Now, we would never allow that to happen, but I do find that Canadian children are particularly well behaved during the holidays. And on the Epiphany, our friends to the north, the Inuit children, are sometimes visited by another strange creature called a Nowell. They go from home to home with their sticks, and all the children sing Christmas carols to them. And then the Nowells pound their sticks on the floor and question each child about his behavior during the past year. And when the children answer with a true and honest heart, then the Nowells open their bags and give each boy and girl a special gift for the holidays. Who doesn't like holiday gifts? Eh? Well, one of my favorite holiday gifts is the gift of food. You can tell, eh? In Quebec, there's a lovely old French tradition, a late-night dinner on Christmas Eve after midnight mass, called Le Réveillon. Oh, I can almost taste the tortillas. There's savory meat pies, always accompanied by a golden brown turkey and cranberries. And then we top it off with 4 or 5 desserts, like a rich plum pudding, a favorite of our British Canadian friends. But you know, the best part about all that holiday food is all the friends and family who gather together to enjoy it. You know, speaking of our British Canadian friends, some of them still enjoy an old British tradition called Boxing Day, December 26th. On this day, they traditionally take all of the gifts they don't want back to the store and duke it out to see who goes first. Boxing Day. No? No, I'm kidding. It's actually quite the opposite. It's a tradition of giving filled Christmas boxes and special treats to servants and tradesmen in honor of their good service throughout the year. It harkens back hundreds of years to merry old England, where on the 26th, the churches would open the alms boxes and share their contents with those in need. So you see, my friends, the holiday traditions of Canada have come to us from all over the world. And the proud people of Canada have made those traditions their very own. Now, it's difficult to say if there is a Canadian Santa Claus. I myself have never seen him face to face. But you would do well this time of year to be on your very best behavior. He might be standing right in front of you and you wouldn't even know it. Oh, my goodness. Michelina, look at the time. We must be on our way. Lots to do before the big day. I have my staff and my coat. I had a hat. Mustn't lose my hat. They don't grow on trees, you know. Well, I suppose around here they just might grow on trees. Do enjoy the holidays, wherever and however you choose to spend them. And remember, be good. You not only have to answer to Santa or Le Père Noël, you might have to deal with those Nalyuks. They can be mean little beasties, eh? Merry Christmas, everyone! Joyeux Noël, eh?